We have an energy company giving a dire warning, cue the fire, for the second time, and that company is ExxonMobil, and they're suing Europe. Hey, can I jump on that one? Maybe we can do a little class action lawsuit, huh? And we have panic buying at the banks to avoid a disaster. Guess what they're buying. But before you guess what they are buying, guess how much ExxonMobil made in the quarter, last quarter, like, you know, in quarters, in those few months. Hold on, I wrote it down. $19.66 billion. So I guess they're broke. But I'll get to that in a second. Right now is gold. You guys got some of that shiny stuff? Here it is, coming in from Financial Post. Central banks buy gold at fastest pace in 55 years. Analysts are pinning China and Russia as big buyers. So my question to you, my friend, are you going to do what they do, or are you just going to sit by and continue to collect sheets of paper that central banks print? Well, what central banks tell the Treasury to do. Print, print, print. Or, here's a question. Or should you be collecting silver? Huh? Yeah, a little bit less expensive and actually not so much out there. But moving on to the article, central banks scooping up gold. I just said that fastest pace since 1967. With analysts pinning China and Russia as big buyers. Yep. Could they have something up their sleeve? And who are they against? I wonder. Oh, I know. That would be us and the dollar. But as big buyers is an indication that some nations, a lot of nations, they're kind of sick of the dollar, are keen to diversify their reserves away from the dollar. And I will tell you that it's going to get bad. Let me tell you, you two from Toronto, when the dollar really rips, well, that's when everyone's like, that's it. We need to change. How about if we have a currency that's backed by gold, like the dollar used to be? For those of you that don't know the history of gold, the gold standard was the basis for the International Monetary System, the IMS, from 1870s to 1920s, and then the 1920s to the 1932s. And then until 71, you got Tricky Dick took us off of this bad boy. This gold. Look at this. Doesn't really look like gold coin to me, but you could just walk in and say, "Hey, I would like to exchange my paper, and you give me my gold," and it would tell you it's payable. They have to, but we've kind of went away from that. Actually, I think a lot of people would actually kind of support that Russia-China thing, right? Because I like real stuff. I like real silver. I like real gold. I would love a currency that is backed by gold or is gold. Although it would be a little difficult to process all of the shenanigans like derivatives, right? When you have a scarce asset like gold or silver. But for those of you that are traders, which, hello, I am. But I'm not going out there and selling my, physical. It's just, it sits there. It's really pretty. Gold chart, you're looking at that rising wedge. So you will break. There's a high probability. You can Google search probabilities of a rising wedge and when it breaks and when it does. So if you hit, you're probably going to come up to right about there, about $170. I know it's fake. It is paper. It is not it's not even real. It's not the real market. But when it breaks, then it comes down. But that's not even that low. So it's okay. So just in case you want to make some money on the way down, do the bear market right there, $1,000. But today we have New Year's, 70% off. So grab that. Only $300, actually 70% off any of these that you want for my New Year's special. It's called New Year's. That's the coupon code. But just click the link below my crotch, okay, right there. Just smash it hard. But also, if you're brand spanking new to trading, do that one first, swing trading, and then you can do my watch list somewhere. Bull market watch list is over there. Then when you get really good, bear market, and then you can do my watch list. But back to the story. The flight of central banks to gold, quote, would suggest the geopolitical backdrop is one of mistrust. Check. We're like, oh no, it'll always be backed by gold. Actually, we'll store your gold. Oh, hey, where do we put that gold? I knew we had it somewhere. Doubt and uncertainty. And the last time this level of buying was seen, well, it was marked a historical turning point in the global monetary system. So are you guys ready for your fourth turning in your whole new monetary system? Boy, 2023 is going to be delightful, where we get to usher in our new digital currency. FedNow, instant payments right in your pocket. Boy, won't this be great? Oh, it's a video. So no need to watch the video because it doesn't end well. It doesn't have that happy ending. Moving over to even more panic of the central banks and how they're just gobbling up all the gold, stuff that's real. The role of gold may be changing. Central banks panic buy precious metal in 2022. So, and just in case you wanted to see a chart of it, yeah, that'd be that above my head. That in quarter number 3 is the largest I have ever seen in my lifetime. And it was a mystery chart. People were like, who's buying all this? Who's buying all this gold? Must be America, right? No, it wasn't. It was China. And the gold industry says Chinese buying is almost certainly higher. Yes, because we do know now that it was them. China and Russia getting ready. And they're just chilling, doing the right thing, taking their time. And also the rest of the world and the rest of the world's governments don't like it, that we're in control, where we can just shut it off. Go, no, you can't use that. Oh, our central bank, no, you can't use that. Oh, you want to take out a dollar-denominated loan? Nope, can't do that. Quote, should we have exposures to so many dollars when the U.S. and Western governments can confiscate it at any time? Yeah, it has our name on it. And I mean, I think Janet's on there. Stephen Mnuchin Smoochie's on there. I mean, this is clearly ours. So go ahead. Please return to sender. Also, there is a lot of people out there that don't like gold. They don't know why you're buying it. They don't get it. Another here, I guess. Mark doesn't like you either. He calls you dumb as. Yep. So if you're a big supporter of Mark Cuban and the Mavs, well, maybe you should look elsewhere. Mark Cuban says gold buyers are dumb as, I don't know, I've a fire truck, sparking a gold versus Bitcoin spat with Peter Schiff. His lack of understanding Bitcoin is only exceeded by his lack of understanding of gold, says Peter Schiff. I mean, Peter gets Bitcoin. I get it. Market pundit and global strategist of Euro Pacific Capital. Any good pictures? There he is. There's Mark. We should probably go long FTX. What do you think there, Mark? And the truth is, why can't we just all get along when it comes to Bitcoin? I own Bitcoin, own physical gold, trade paper, trade Bitcoin. Like, why do we have to make religion about this and saying like this is the only way? And as you know, my little take, because you guys a lot of people joined my channel because of my take on crypto. Even have a crypto course on how to trade it. This is not a hodl course. And right now, yeah, you've broken that little structure, support and resistance. You're underneath it. I drew a red line. You're also underneath that red line. It is the probabilities of going lower. Well, when I have probabilities of going higher, I will buy some. Because I don't like my purchasing power, whether it be gold, silver, Bitcoin, Tesla stock, whatever, going from 69, like we got trolled on that one, 69,000 down to 16,000. I don't like that. Now, you could dollar cost average all the way down, which is fine. I would just rather dollar cost average in this area. From this point, I've been saying, and under 19,000, under 20 grand, all the way in this area. Okay. Same thing with the bond market. I also do think in crypto, you got a couple more shoes to drop. Okay. We got to shake out all the uglies, which I think that would make it a perfect opportunity to make it go a little bit more. And now coming in from ExxonMobil, suing Europe. Again, can I jump on this one? I have some spats. Name your sources, Bravo. That would be Reuters. Exxon sues EU in a move to block new windfall tax on oil companies. Right? We keep windfall tax? We got to make money, honey. Son? December 29th, Reuters. U.S. oil major ExxonMobil Corp. If you want to trade it, I wonder if it would be a good trade, is suing the European Union in a bid to force it to scrap the bloc's new windfall tax on oil groups. Can you also sign me up for that one? No tax, no new tax, no taxes at all. We had a president who did that. And then he ushered in one of the biggest tax increases ever. Love those politicians. Arguing Brussels exceeded its legal authority by imposing the levy. I say yes. And I say our governments have done the same to us, imposing these taxes that are unconstitutional. So that would be a pretty good lawsuit. The only problem is if I fight it, I go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Though, and here's something crazy for you. I did Exxon's net income, and they're suing, which, okay, you know what? You do you. Your attorneys are bored. Exxon net income for a quarter. There's 4 of them, right? Quarter ending September 30th, 2022 was $19.66 billion. They had a 191% increase year over year. So I don't know if I'm really shedding too many tears, but it's okay. You go get them. And actually, could someone just fix this with the income you know, if you make $0, you still got to pay 10%. That is sad. Come on. Give the broke some hope here. From 10% to 12% to 22% to 24% to 32%, 35%, and yep, I know this one, 37%. That's what they take. So you make 10 and they take 4. You get 6 left. And then if you live in California, they take another 1 plus, and then property taxes. Can you guys believe we are paying over half of everything that we make goes right back to them. And I'm not going to complain about it nor sue anyone. So off to our next story. And I'll tell you, there's just so much anger. Do you guys have anger against things like this? The Federal Reserve, central banks, when they're not even federal. Like it was a charter. I know. So it's like we all get on the same bandwagon of we just want real and we got to fight someone. But the truth is you're fighting to have a nice place to live, a nice safe place to live with lots of fresh food and water and being able to buy the things that you want. And I get it. The credibility of these guys is 0, as it should be. So please, when I talk poorly about Bitcoin or poorly about gold or when I talk highly about gold or highly about Bitcoin, be careful with your narrative. I'm here for you. Oh, and if you're here for me, can you hit something? A like or a subscribe? I don't care. Either one would be good. Fallen heroes. Central banks face credibility crisis as losses pile up. They're actually pretty much insolvent right now. And they're not making any profit. And I'll tell you, over there, Janet at Treasury, she wants her money. She wants to get paid. And the Fed's like, we're negative, which this is actually the first time in ever. Actually, with rates so high, it could just destroy the whole system. Which, hey, maybe that would be a good reason to buy gold and silver. Central banks have been celebrated as alchemists who saved the world. Really? Can I rewrite this story, please? They celebrated as alchemists who destroyed the world from the abyss. Now that inflation is out of control and losses are looming, they look far less, and that's a big word, but I'm going to go with omnipotent. Did I get it right? Yes. Okay. Also, since you have subscribed to my channel, you know how my take on Federal Reserve, the Fed, money printing, all of that, which is completely against the narrative that you'll hear in the news, or you will be rammed into your brain at college, which I taught college. It is not true, and which also confuses people when yields go down and the Fed keeps raising. That is so confusing. How is the 30-year yield dropping? How is the, I'm going to move this over so I don't know, 10-year yield? Why is the 10-year yield dropping when the Fed is raising? That doesn't make any sense. Why is the 2-year yield dropping? Why is the 1-year yield kind of flat, hanging up there, trying to figure out what to do? And as you know, the 2-year yield is exactly what the Fed follows, because it makes them look like as if they are in charge. They are not in charge. They just speak. I can even show you when they do tell you what they do. It's just they're trying to speak this into control. Oh, and here's the Fed funds rate. That is the orange line. See how they follow it? They need to fix this. It needs to come up a little bit. You guys are off by a few basis points right there, because I've said when those two converge and diverge, that's about as far as they're going to go. Also, if I were to pull up, which I don't have, I have to pull up the MACD for you, moving average convergence divergence down there. We're actually in this thing called a negative divergence. See where this from here, where did I draw that line? Okay, from here to here, it's pretty much flat. MACD heading lower. So what that's telling me is, yeah, you've probably gone as far as you're going to go on that 2-year yield. Also, on the 1-year yield, still kind of flat, holding at 4.72. Call up your bank. See, same divergence here. Here, let me do this. Yes, this is these are in both of my courses. This one, usually, and when it's completely opposite, when one's going down and one's not flat, but going, completely the opposite way, yeah, it's gonna return to means. Looking at that, flat and down, you may want to lock in that 1-year yield. Call your bank. Hey, Chase, can I buy a bond? It's 5%. You'd probably rather do that than put it in your bank and off to the repo market it goes, or the Fed's balance sheet. I mean, it's not in there. So at least you're getting almost 5% return on your money. You can do that. You can trade it, which that's more funner, right? That's fun. I love trading. It's kind of boring. I moved quite a bit when it got 4.75. I'm like, here you go. Here's a lot. And I don't have to do anything. I'll see you in 12 months. The other things like the Dow Jones Industrial Average, where everyone just accumulates, I would rather play this game. Like when it breaks this yellow line, I make, 3%. So why don't you sign up for my video game? It's fun. So looking at this, I'm not going to measure from the flag. I'm just going to go from here to here. This measured move. Let me go this. All right. From here to here, what percent? You can go up. Okay, you break up or you break down. Let's just say you break up. Okay, we're going to measure it breaking up. This is fun. I enjoy this. I'll put a buy right here, and then I will take profit at 3%, right? Is that about what I said? I mean, I only need 1 or 2 measured moves, and I can beat that yield any day. So come along with me in 2023 while we play this video game called making our paper trading accounts go higher every single day. I mean, you'll take some losses, but then, you take some gains, and it should be. Look at the comments section. Those gains will outweigh those losses, and we're going to have a good time. It's not like Vegas. Here's one I don't get. Sorry, I was going to close it down, but I have a quick little story. People go to Vegas, and they're like, well, I had $1,000 just to play with. You mean to lose. And yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. I can't imagine. I have $1 million, and I was just going to throw it in Tesla and in the stock market. And once it's gone, it's gone. That was fun. I mean, don't you want the odds in your favor? I don't know. Gambling just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. I never will. And I think the stock market, I know a lot of people say it's gambling, but nah. If the percentages, not if you have computer algorithm, there's like an 80% chance. Over the last 100 years, we've ran this code. You got an 80% chance. I'm going to take it. I mean, I'm not having you buy and hold, and hopefully, right, you could have 30 years down market. Well, you make money going down. You have 30 years up market. You make money going up. It's a good balance. But thank you guys. Let's have a great 2023. I love you guys. Cannot believe it. New Year's Eve, and I'm filming videos. Unbelievable. And I will see you tomorrow with a hangover.